Hey friends, so as we've told you before, we are staying at a gay campground, or LGBTQIA plus campground. But anyway, everyone's welcome here. But it's owned, gay owned and operated, and each weekend there are themes. And you know gay folk got to theme everything. And so, and events and themes, that's what we do. So this weekend, they're having a shot crawl to raise money for charity that one of our friends is sponsoring. So we were asked if we would do shots, present shots to the crowd, and of course we said yes. So I'm going to be making 3 different drinks. So as part of our slogan, "Be you, be happy, be free," we're going to do a drink for each one of those. And they're going to have a leather inspiration because, again, back to themes, this campground's weekend theme is leather weekend. So these have like a leather inspiration, if you will. So let's get started. The first one is going to be called Leather and Lace. It is a bourbon, cherry liqueur, bitters, and simple syrup mixture. Again, this is for shots, not drinks, so the mix is going to be quite heavy on the alcohol and a little less on the rest of the recipe. So we're going to use the entire 1.75 liters of bourbon, which we will put in there and let that empty into its deliciousness. This is a cherry liqueur. You can use any flavor that you want, actually, but this particular recipe, calls for cherry liqueur. So once all of our bourbon is in, the normal recipe for this drink is it's like 60-40, so it's like 60% bourbon, 40% other contents. But because this is a shot crawl and shots are supposed to be strong, we are going to weaken down the mixture. So rather than doing a full bottle of the cherry liqueur, which would be the correct recipe if you were going to have this in a cocktail, we are only going to do half of the bottle. More. Yeah, that's pretty good. And then we are going to add a half of a bottle of simple syrup, which is essentially just sugar water at the end of the day. All of these can be found at your local spirits retailer. And this will add just a little bit more sweetness, which is good. And then we're going to do, in a cocktail, this would be 5 drops of bitters. But when I did the recipe, it's actually going to be 2 or 1 full tablespoon, so that's it. And depending on taste, we may add some more later. And then we're going to give that a nice, delicious swirl. Mix it all together, and then we will chill it in the refrigerator so that it will be ready at 2 o'clock this afternoon. And there you have the leather and lace cocktail. So the next one up is going to be a Cowboy Carter cocktail. It's actually a cowboy cocktail, but since Beyonce came out with an album, let's talk about Cowboy Carter. So essentially it's a salty dog with rawhide leather as the theme. So you can use either buffalo or beef jerky. I got beef jerky that I'm going to cut up and put on top of each little shot. And I also did it with, so we got leather, right? The beef jerky is leather. And then I did there's a vegetarian-based jerky as well, so we'll do vegan leather. So leather, vegan leather. But that way everybody can have a shot if they don't eat meat. This one will be essentially vodka, which this particular brand was introduced to us by a friend of ours. So shout out to Kafir. Thank you for introducing us to this brand. It's really delicious. So we're going to be using the entire 1.75 liters of vodka in this cocktail. It's potato vodka, by the way, from Poland. And then we'll be adding grapefruit juice. I may only do 1.5 of these. Let's see how this goes. Because again, it's shots, so you want it to be strong. You know what? I think we're just going to do one. That mixture looks about evenly consistent. And then you add a little bit of pink salt to this as well. That's where the salty dog comes in. And there's going to be a little sweetness to it with some more simple syrup. That's pretty good. And then this one will have, we'll put these in the shot glasses. Again, we'll mix it up. Let all these, what's that lady downstairs tell her these ingredients get acquainted. This too will go in the refrigerator to get nice and chilled. And then I'll be doing one more. Let me get the pitcher ready because I only have 2 of these, so I have to use another pitcher. So let me get that ready. But the next one will be a fruity thing with Bacardi rum, dragon fruit flavored Bacardi rum, and pineapple with a little garnish of pineapple inside each one. Dragon fruit. Reminder, all of these start with a 1.75 liters of alcohol. So that's the easiest part. You just know it's the entire bottle. And also, my favorite rum is lime flavored rum. And so I'm going to give it just a spritz of lime flavored rum in with the dragon fruit, and it'll add to the citrus of the pineapple as well. It's slow, these pours. All right, so rum is in. This one's very simple. This is just going to be a straight 50. Well, I'll say it's just bottle to bottle, but it's 60 ounces of pineapple juice to 1.75 liters of rum. That's good. I didn't shake it up, by the way, because I don't want all the pineapple chunks to get into the shot, because clearly I'm not shaking this up and filtering it into glasses. So I did not shake the pineapple juice first. And that's this entire recipe. This one's actually quite simple. Just these 2 ingredients. And then as we put them in the shot cups, I'll do a little garnish of freshly cut pineapple on the toothpick. And that's it. So we have our leather and lace bourbon-based shot. We have our Cowboy Carter cocktail, which is a salty dog with a garnish of beef jerky. And then we would have our sweet rum-based fruity shot with our little pineapple garnish. And In a few hours, there'll be 100 people standing outside our RV site, indulging in the deliciousness. Thanks for watching. Bye, y'all.